Hey, do you ever find that planning a trip, even though it can be a lot of work, is almost more enjoyable than the trip itself? I think it is because as we make and confirm those plans, we see the dream of that trip becoming a reality. It's the joy of anticipation. Step 3 in the Atlas Framework approach is exactly that when it comes to achieving our writing aspirations and ambitions. Over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to cover the third step of the Atlas Framework approach. What is it? Why is it important? And what is the biggest mistake writers make here? If assess is your starting point and aspire is the end point, then approach is the plan, mapping out and setting goals to get you from where you are to where you want to be. If you're planning a road trip, you need to figure out which route you're going to take, where you'll stop for meals, gas for the night, if there are shops or tourist attractions along the way you want to stop at. Let's take this back to writing. If your end goal is to be a New York Times bestseller, you will need to write a novel or two at the very least. You will need to be traditionally published, and to get traditionally published, you will likely need an agent. To get an agent, you need to have a finished manuscript, a query letter, and a synopsis. And persistence. Each of those things are stops on your writing roadmap. If your end goal is a self-publishing empire, the stops on your roadmap are going to include multiple novels, publishing, learning and succeeding at Facebook and Amazon ads, building your author platform, and so on. Whatever your ultimate end goal is, it is going to mean writing at least one novel. An approach works here too, because you're mapping out what you need to do to write it, the goals you'll need to reach, the chapters you'll need to write, how long it will take, and how much you will need to write each day. So why is approach important? Approach is where you track your progress. This is also where you decide how you're going to reach your end goal. Approach requires vigilance to continue to set and achieve your goals. It also requires flexibility because roadblocks will come up. You may need to change direction, take a detour, or change course altogether. Without it, you will feel like you are constantly running into a brick wall, not getting anywhere, or venturing off your path, getting lost on the side streets. Without approach, you get stuck watching others succeed on their path, and you feel jealous because you aren't making the progress you want, and you don't know why. Which leads perfectly to the biggest mistake writers make here, which is not only expecting their path to be the same as someone else's, but modeling their approach on someone else's and expecting the same result. Everyone's path is different. I cannot stress this enough. What works for me may not work for you. What works for you likely won't work for me. How much you are able to write consistently will be different. What time of day you are most creative will differ. It is okay to ask others what they do, how they do it, and if you find that part of their method works for you, great. If they don't, move on. Because your writing path is your own. Finding what path works best for you takes experimentation, trial and error, and it changes as you go, as you grow as a writer and find success. One-on-one and group coaching can help you shorten the period of experimentation and trial and error to get you further along your writing path faster than if you go it alone. I'll be opening up my group coaching the first week of October only. Spaces will be limited to 10, but if you want to know more about it or about my one-on-one coaching, I'll be holding an information session the first week of October. To hear about the 3 secrets to writing success and to hear about my group coaching and the amazing founding member pricing, save your seat today. Just click the link below. Until next time, happy writing.